All right. Well, folks, welcome to the Skullet Podcast. We're very happy to have our amazing guest here with you. Put your hands together, everybody, for Kieron. What's up, man? Thanks so much for coming out.
Hell yeah, thank you for having me.
Welcome back to Pittsburgh. How many times have you been to Pittsburgh now?
Maybe 4. Maybe this is my 4th time.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So you usually do like you're at Arcade a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. You come there.
Shout out Arcade. I love Arcade.
Shout out Arcade, dude.
I'll be back there, I think, if everything works out in January.
Oh, okay.
And Ronnie will be there too. We'll party. It'll be a
Hell
great
yeah,
time.
man. Yeah, come through, man. You did great last night.
Thank you, brother.
Closed out the Don't Tell in East Liberty.
Hell yeah.
You crushed it, man. Tonight you're at Geyer Theater.
Geyer Theater.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. That should be good. I'm excited for that. My cord's a little short. Can I pull it? There
Oh,
we
sorry.
go.
I'll step in on
No,
it.
you're all good. Yeah, we're going to be at Geyer Theater. Good lineup.
Yeah.
Layla, Chris, Josh Rittenhauer, some other dude. Oh, the other guy.
Grant Cook.
There we go. Yeah, I like
Grant
him.
Cook.
I just
I
met
like him too. Yeah, he came in from Philly last night. Came in right there, got on stage, and that was it and out. You know, in and out. Yeah,
That
man.
was smooth.
Yeah,
Thank
dude.
you for having me. Last night was
Of course,
fucking
bro. You
amazing.
crushed it, like I said, man.
That was fun.
So you've been doing a lot of traveling?
Yes.
Yeah.
I did a comedy festival in Milwaukee.
Okay.
Or in Madison.
Yeah.
From Madison, drove to Indianapolis.
All right.
Closed out a show at the White Rabbit.
Oh shit.
Then from Indianapolis the same day, drove to Dayton to get Layla.
Okay.
And then drove us here.
Uh-huh.
And so right when we touched down in Pittsburgh, we were outside of Don't Tell.
Oh shit. Okay,
ready
I
to
didn't
jump
realize
on
it was like it was that quick of a transition, man.
Yeah, we leave here. We'll have a couple of days to breathe, but then we're both doing Columbus Comedy Festival.
Oh, nice.
So,
Well, you ever go back to Indy, let me know. Our good friend Kevin Eggleston has a show at a swingers club, so...
I've done it.
You've done that show?
I've done it.
Oh, yeah.
That is I think it's the second drunkest I've ever been.
Oh, shit.
The first drunkest I've ever been. The first level of drunk that I've ever been on stage. They were trying to get me in there, those women. I was having a really good set, and they were like stripping. I was like, I don't give a fuck if I strip.
Yeah.
So I take all my clothes off, and they're like cheering. There was this like really large woman in the front.
Wait, what's her name?
I couldn't tell you.
I've done the show several times. I probably can tell you.
She was a large woman that had a big purple dildo. And whenever she would laugh really hard, she would smack it.
All right, I never met her. No.
That was her calling card. That was her calling card.
She would smack her dildo.
She would laugh, and you know people go like, ha, ha, ha.
Yeah.
She would go like, ha, 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 and smack the big thing.
Is there any part of you that, like, if a joke she doesn't do that, you're like, fuck, I'm
like,
bombing
dude,
right
I
now.
suck as a comic. Why is she not slapping her dick?
Oh, my God.
Am I not funny?
Yeah. Wow, that's wild. You enjoyed it, though, yeah?
Oh, I loved it. Took moonshine shots out of people's tits.
Oh, wow.
And then the big one with the dildo, she was like, oh, he needs pizza. Let him rest. And like, no, we have to get back to Chicago. She's like, no, let him rest. Let's take him to one of these fuck rooms. And don't worry, I'll order some pizza and I'll just keep him here. And I'm like, don't let her take me. I couldn't talk, but I was like, please, be my friends.
Wow. Dude, you made it out okay then.
Oh, but I also loved the show.
Sure,
the show was
yeah.
great. I was just like, she is trying to take advantage of a sweet little boy.
That's hilarious, man. The first time I went there, I've been to the show several times at this point, but the first time I haven't been to church in a long time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I got there and I felt I was like, this shouldn't be a place.
Yes.
I shouldn't be going in here.
Yes.
This is wrong.
Yes.
You know? But then once the show started, it kind of felt like, okay, this is a regular crowd.
Yes.
For the most part.
And like great. Like even though they're all naked and exposed, they love comedy.
Yeah.
I had such a fun set.
Yeah.
And I went with one of my best friends, like my big brothers in comedy, Ken Hamlet.
Oh, I heard he does that show a lot.
He does.
Yeah.
And we were doing his version of the show there. And so he's like one of my best friends. So he's like, do 10 minutes.
Yeah.
But I'm like crushing. So I do like 25 minutes, drunk as fuck. I couldn't tell you what I did up there, but they were having a great time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that show. I'll tell you next time I go back. Yeah.
Dude, we can keep talking about that show or we can keep moving on. But I guess I'm just, that show one time, the first time I did that show, someone was completely naked walking on stage. First time this ever happened to me. Yeah. But then another time, during the headliner set, there's this woman this guy's going to town on her, like in the front row. Face first.
Heard one of those.
Her legs are up. Someone else is like tied her. Anyway, we shouldn't keep talking about this because Tim's mother has been complaining about the content on the show. And we're so sorry, Tim's mom, okay?
Sorry,
we're
Tim's
adults. We're living our lives, all right? Sometimes we do shows at a swingers club, all right?
Sorry, Tim's mom. You probably didn't like hear me doing those titty shots and shit. Or that really big dick that the lady smacked. I'm sorry, Tim's mom.
I'm so sorry, man. It's just been in my head. I can't help it, all right? Look, what are you going to do, all right?
We got to take her, and then she'll be like, okay, I get it.
Then she'll get it.
She'll
yeah.
get it.
She'll understand.
We're not being vulgar. We're recounting details.
We're recounting details, you know? We're two nice boys here.
That's it.
Yeah.
We're sweet.
Nice young men. So, how you like Chicago?
I love Chicago.
Yeah.
I left Ohio to go to Chicago in 2018.
Okay.
But I also hate my family. So I was like, well, I just got to get as far away from them as I can.
Yeah.
But it be a major city where comedy is happening.
Why do you hate your family?
Where do you want me to start? I'll start crying on this podcast. if you
Dude,
want.
let's do that. We haven't had anybody cry yet.
My family was so brutal to me.
Yeah.
As a child. Like, when I look back on it, I'm like, you were saying the most atrocious things.
Really?
To a child.
Yeah.
Like, you're this, and you're just like your dad, and you'll never be shit, and you don't know how to listen, and you should be on. They used to try to, when I was young, they used to try to tell me, because I've always been, like, energetic.
Yeah.
You talk to me.
Sure.
And, like, I've been this way even as a kid. And so they would be like, we're going to sneak pills. We're going to sneak Adderall into your food. And they would just say that to me. You need Adderall, and we're going to sneak it into your food.
Whoa.
Maybe you need to be on drugs and be sedated.
Yeah.
And so then I'm, like, afraid to eat food and shit because I think I'm going to get drugged. They were fucking horrible to
That's,
me.
yeah, it making me very paranoid.
Yes. And my sister was, like, a brilliant, like, she still is. Like, this just brilliant. She got, like, a full ride to Vanderbilt.
Oh, wow.
Ohio State paid her to go there.
Wow.
And then I've just been like, I'm funny. And
Yeah.
then, but like, I won class clown and shit 2 years in a row. I hosted my school's talent show. I spoke at my graduation. So I wasn't a fuck up.
Right.
I just was loud and talked all the time.
Yeah.
But they were just like, no, you should be like Jasmine and be quiet.
Huh.
And you're not. And
Yeah.
we hate you for it.
What do they think of you now?
I don't really talk to the majority of them.
Really?
I went back home to do a really big show, and felt like a really big homecoming. And I invited my dad's side. I love my dad's side. But none of them got the invite. And I tell people, because sometimes my mom will be like, oh, the family happens to be in town at this show. Like, I was in Atlanta. They were supposed to be in Atlanta. And so I told the bouncer, if anyone with the last name Harrell tries to come into the showroom, turn them away. Don't let them in.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Do you thought they were going to surprise you or something?
Well, my mom was like, they're around, and they know about the show. And I was like, oh, that's fine. And I told her, but I also told my mother, I'm like, they're not coming in.
Yeah.
I promise. I already told the bouncer. It won't be me. It'll be the bouncers of the club. I'm not
Right.
letting them come in.
Yeah.
Maybe I should work on that a little bit because it still really bothers me. It still fucks me. Maybe I should let some things go.
Maybe, but also, I mean, if you don't want them there,
No. Mm-mm.
and they know you don't want them there, maybe.
I don't know what they think because they do the whole, like, we're family, yada, yada, you got to love me no matter what. And I'm like, if I was like, say that I was like married to a woman, right? And we're family, and I'm just beating the shit out of her.
Yeah.
Just fucking, even though they didn't physically beat me, they mentally
Yeah.
broke me down.
Right.
If my wife went up to you and was like, Kyron's beating me, you would never go, well, that's your family. You go, get the fuck out of there.
That's true.
Leave.
Yeah.
If you don't feel good in the place, leave the place. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter who you are. You don't make me feel good.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Why'd you get me started on my family?
I'm sorry, man. I mean, you did mention it.
And the idea was like, I was like, I'm not gonna talk about it. And then I talked about all of it.
I'm sorry. I saw a thing. I wanted to touch on it. It sounds like a very juicy topic, but we can go to we want to trade glasses. I kind of want to see what your prescription's like.
So
Because
bad.
we have the same exact glasses, you guys.
They are.
This is
so
only for a
bad.
visual thing, you know.
Don't
Let's-
do the yelling thing that people do when they put them on.
It's not that bad.
Okay, thank you for lying.
You're welcome.
There we go.
All right, cool. We did that. This is like at the end of a either NBA games or like NFL games. They'll trade jerseys.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's us.
That's us. We just did that.
And we take a promo pic. I love it.
So you like Chicago, huh?
Yeah, I love it out there. I love it. I love Pittsburgh a lot too, really. I
great
really
town,
do
yeah.
love coming out here. This is like a fun place.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's with it. The hardest place I've had adjusting to, it took me like a full day, and I didn't like that because I think that I'm very adaptable. DC, it took me a second
sure.
to adapt. Because
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not going to change who I am.
Yeah.
That'll never happen. But I got to find how to get y'all to trust me before I give you all of me.
Right.
And DC felt very untrustworthy as a comedy scene, but then once you get it, it takes like a minute or two. And then once you get it, they're like, okay, we're fine.
You talking about the comics or the crowds?
Crowds. Crowds.
Yeah.
It was very, everywhere else, even if I'm in like the middle of bumfuck nowhere,
Yeah.
I go out and I go, hey, I sucked the dick. And, that should like bomb out there.
Right.
But they just go, you're just being you.
Yeah.
But DC is like, are you being you? And I'm like, yeah, I'm being me.
They didn't think you're being authentic.
Maybe it's all in my head because I did have good times out
Right.
there.
Yeah.
But I was just really just thinking like, I don't think that these people trust me very much.
Yeah.
I don't know what I got to do to earn their trust.
Interesting. And just like they're just so involved in politics and stuff.
Yeah.
They're always just looking for the angles.
There's
right?
no happiness there.
Yeah, for
they're
sure.
They're too inundated with horrible shit.
Yeah. Plus, like, they don't live on a grid. It's all very confusing.
And it's also the most expensive place I've been to in my life outside
DC.
of fucking La Jolla. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, more expensive than Chicago. I was like, I live in a studio. They're like, how much is it? I'm like, $900. They go, oh my God. I go, I know I got to move out of there. They're like, no, I'm in a studio. It's $1,600.
Yeah. I mean, $900 for a studio is pretty good, though.
Even here?
I have no idea. But I imagine so. $900 sounds okay.
I was thinking that like Chicago is fucked and that I need to do something with this.
I mean, I don't know. I'm how much for a studio? It might be comparable.
It's like 1,200 to 1,800.
Yeah.
Here?
I mean, depending on which you can get cheaper ones. You can get a $900 one here probably.
So I should just like stop complaining about things and just be grateful is what it sounds like.
I mean, that is the key to happiness.
It truly is.
Yeah.
It truly is. I'm working on being grateful then.
Is that a thing or are you just deciding now, or is that a thing?
No, I actually am. I
Yeah?
really am. I had a coming to God moment because I'm not like really I don't like religion,
Sure.
like man-made religion.
yeah.
I don't like, but I like the concept of God and I like praying
Mhm.
and like all shit like that. And so I pray every night. And a couple nights ago, I was crying, praying in the shower because I was like, God is really taking care of me.
Yeah.
Like there's things that I want on my timing and XYZ that I don't get. But every time that something has been delayed or that a show has been postponed or rescheduled, it's always been for the better. Anytime that someone left my life at a time that I didn't want them to, it was for the better.
Right.
And so I'm just working on not looking at, and I really am not looking at what everyone else is doing and trying to just focus on like my track. And it's a really hard thing to do.
Yeah.
Like all those like stoic quotes and shit apply for boring life. Like you should not talk ever. And I'm like, yeah, that works if you're at an office.
Yeah.
Don't get involved in bullshit.
Right.
But like part of comedy is getting involved in the bullshit and doing the hang.
Sure.
And then you like people go, oh well, I like you. Come do a show, and then that leads you to all these other things.
Right.
But it's impossible to not compare in this job.
Totally.
So I'm really working on not doing that because everything is going okay,
Yeah.
and I should just shut the fuck up sometimes. You know?
It's nice to take stocks every once in a while. You're just like,
Yeah.
things are pretty good, you know?
Yes. I think I just want to be, and I think it'll help me be more present. I need to be more present.
Yeah.
Like definitely need to be more present. And I think that helps me. When I pray now, I try to start off with me counting down the things that I was grateful for of the day. So like last night, I go like, Lord, thank you for allowing us to make it here safely on the road. That's like a thing.
That's huge, dude. Yeah, it's scary.
what
Driving's
I mean?
scary for sure. Yeah.
I've been driving for the last fucking 4 days. I've probably driven a total like 12 hours,
Uh-huh.
and I'm here. I'm in one piece. So
Yeah.
it's just like I'm trying to just do that.
Yeah.
You're really getting a lot of ranges of emotion.
I'm loving that, dude. Now, do you always pray in the shower? Is that your praying spot, or do you? Is it really?
It's my praying spot.
That's
Yeah.
good because you do it probably every day for the most
Yes.
part. So it's like this is part of the ritual, right?
I shower every night, and then I think what I like about it is like I'm cleansing myself physically
wow,
while
yeah.
I'm cleansing myself spiritually.
Yeah. Oh, that's great,
Yeah.
man. Huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
I like that.
I gotta start showering.
It'll change everything. I tell you.
Change everything. So this is the Skullet podcast. As you know, I'm growing a skullet. How long have you had your hairstyle the way you have it now? Yeah, this is long.
It's long.
It's been a long time.
And then the time always freaks me out because it keeps getting longer every year. You know, like last year I could say 5 years, but this year I got to say 6 years.
You've had this haircut for 6 years.
It fell. I remember when it fell.
Yeah.
And became like locks in 2018. I don't know how long ago that is.
2018.
Yeah, that's when it fell.
That's 6 years.
Don't like that. Freaks me out because I
Yeah.
remember when it happened. Like I
Right.
remember the day, and that's the thing of me not being fucking present, me being a little piece of shit. And so then I wake up, and it's 6 years later, and all my fucking hair is down on my back.
Wow.
And that freak that. Oh, I hate thinking.
Yeah,
of it.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm trying to be more present, so next year I don't freak out about this year. It's not going so high.
Yeah.
You asked me about my hair, and I go into a fucking existential cry.
I'm loving it, dude. We're getting so much out of you. I really do appreciate it, you know? I was like, you know what? Like, I almost didn't touch on I was like, he said the things like, when people come out in my life and stuff, and I was like, you know what, Ronnie? You already talked about his family stuff. You don't need to bring that up. But,
I'll tell you a good one if you want to know.
Let's go.
And okay, I'll tell you it as quickly as I can.
Let's do it.
Because this is what I think makes me a comic. I think that there are things that I have to talk about because I've only learned how to handle shit
Yeah.
through making jokes about it. One of my best friends in the world, me and my mom's relationship was really rough. We're working on it now, but I hate all of her siblings still. Uncle DJ's pretty cool. And there's like I had like this best friend when me and my mom, like my mother would kick me out. There's no way to do this quick. I'm gonna try to do this as quick as I can.
We got time.
I'm not gonna say their names because they don't deserve it.
Holy shit.
my best friend at the time, I would get kicked out and like
Yeah.
he would like let me stay with him, XYZ. But everyone was always like, it seems like this friend of yours is really like just jealous of you and just like wants to do what you do. And I'm like, whatever.
Yeah.
And then he was like, let's go shopping like on the weekend or whatever. After I heard a bunch of people saying this, and I'm like, okay. So we go shopping, and then like he was like, oh, do you like these pants? And I was like, nah. And he was like, yeah, nah, me neither. And I was like, all right. And he was like, you like them? I'm like, nah. He's like, me neither. And so then I was like, I might buy these, and they were the ugliest pants on the planet. But it was a social experiment. They had like rims on it. They were a disgusting pair of pants.
Okay.
He was like, those is clean. I should get those too, and we should wear these to school at the same time. XYZ, yada yada yada. And so I'm like, okay, I'm seeing the comparisons. So him and my girlfriend basically, I don't know what you say, they cheat. She cheats on me with him. And this girlfriend was really important because I got kicked out on Thanksgiving. My mom was like, if you're in the house, I'm going to call the police.
Oh, shit.
Don't come back in the house. And then none of my family called me and asked me where I was, hurt my feelings. And then she let me come over, spend the night with her.
Yeah.
Her mother like gave me like Thanksgiving food, a shower, and I didn't come home for like 2 days. And then fast forward to that same year, Christmas, I bought my girlfriend's mother a candle for being like, hey, thank you for giving me a home and food, you know. And then my mom, every year, me and my stepdad had bought my mom the same thing. You go to Macy's, you get the perfume, lotion, whatever package.
Totally, yeah.
I pick out the scents. My stepdad would pay for it. Every year since I've been alive and been able to pick out scents, that's what we've done. We go, it's Christmas now, same year after she kicked me out. It's Christmas now. She goes, oh, Kieron, where's my gift from just you? And I go, what are you talking about? She's like, where's my gift from you? I'm like, I gave you my gift from you. You opened it first. I was like, no, Mom, go ahead. I'll open my gifts later. And she goes, no. She was like, this is a gift from your stepdad. I was like, Mother, this is what we've done this all. And she goes, yeah. She goes, but it's really weird. Like, why didn't you buy me something for yourself? And I was like, well, I didn't have any money. And she goes, oh, but you had enough money to buy your fucking girlfriend's mom a candle.
No.
And so then I go, yeah, because you kicked me out,
Right.
told me not to come in the house, and if I do, you'll call the police, and this woman gave me a place to shower and food to eat. Yes, I bought her a fucking candle.
Yeah.
And so then my mom goes, okay. And she looks at me, and she goes, my mom's so dramatic, and I am too, and that's why we butt heads. My mom goes, she goes, okay, well, I hope you're happy with the fact that you fucking ruined Christmas. And then I was like, I'm not doing this. And then she goes, you don't gotta do it. And then she gets up, she gets a garbage bag, she flats it real loud and starts throwing all my shit into a garbage bag. And I'm young. At this point, I'm like 14, 15. And so she's throwing all this shit in the garbage bag, and she's like, you ruined fucking Christmas. You ruined Christmas.
Damn,
and my
dude.
sister's crying because she's dramatic and loves attention. And my stepdad's Mexican and chubby, and he's just fucking sitting here looking defeated. And then I'm kind of like, this is so crazy. She goes upstairs, and she calls all the family. She calls them all one by one. My mom's a child of 9. She calls them all one by one, and then just walks around the house. She'll like walk up to, I went to my room. She'll like walk up to my room and be like, yeah, Kieron did fucking this. Can you believe it? And then
Fucking
walk
no.
away. So my girlfriend at the time heard about this, and then at some point in January, she was like, hey, like, can you come over? I miss you. So I was like, sure. So I go over, and her mother, and her sister had like a little Christmas tree set out, and they gave me like a Christmas, and like, you know, just shit like that.
Yeah.
Fast forward to the summer. Her and my best friend fucking canoodled with each other, and I found out. And then they all denied it. It was a real big thing, and then people were like sending me pictures and screenshots.
Oh, shit.
Cause yeah. So then I kind of cussed him out. I just quit talking to her, and then she got a new boyfriend. He wanted to kill me, like actually, like he was like really into guns and would keep going in and out of jail. And so then this other friend who was friends with my ex was like, don't trust her. She's trying to like get you killed. And no, I can't say that part. I'll tell you off the air though.
Okay.
And so she's like don't trust her. And so then she would text me and be like, I miss you. Like my mom is mad that I like ruined a good thing. Can we like figure this out?
Jesus.
And then her friend is telling me, if you go over there, he's going to be over there. And he wants to just like, who knows what it would do to you. And cause like he would like just post guns on Snapchat and like be in and out of jail. And so then I got a job, and this is the last thing I'll say because this was not a quick story at all. He got a job. You want me to shut the fuck up?
No.
Okay. I got a job at Wendy's. What's up? And so I'm at
Shout out Frosties, everybody.
I'm at Wendy's, and apparently people are telling me that this guy loves this Wendy's. So I'm like, well, I'm about to leave this Wendy's.
Yeah.
And like, this is when I got like really paranoid, and I got like 4 gray hairs this same year, and I was young. I would start going everywhere late, and so people think I'm just late because I'm, black. But it's actually because of like this like really big paranoia that I have that stemmed when I was. That was funny. That was funny.
That's funny, dude. Yeah.
So I'm like really paranoid, and there's this birthday party, yada yada yada, and I'm like, I'm not going. I'll show up. If I go, I'm gonna show up 45 minutes late.
Yeah.
And so then everyone's like, Kieron, you're tweaking, and we're just gonna go. We're gonna go. And so then I show up 45 minutes late, and I talk to a non sequitur in this whole drama. His name is Harry. Shout out Harry. Hope he's doing well. He got fucking addicted to kratom for a little.
Oh shit! Wow.
Sorry, Harry. I hope my bad. If you're watching this, they don't know which Harry it is. I don't remember his last name. So I do hope he's doing well. He worked in construction and was fucking crying because he got addicted to kratom.
I mean, that stuff is good for pain relief. Let's just put it out there.
Yeah, but it fucked him all the way up.
Oh, fuck.
I hope he's well now.
Yeah.
I talked to him and I go, oh, how's the party been? And he goes, fine. I'm like, oh, who's all been here? And he's like, oh, so-and-so, so-and-so, so-and-so. He's like, oh, and, your ex was here for a second. I go, oh, was she? And he goes, yeah. And I was like, she was just sitting in the car, though, with some other guy. And I go, oh, was it like a silver blase blah? And he goes, yeah. And I go, what'd they do? And he's like, oh, they just sat outside and just like looked around for like 30 minutes.
What the hell?
And then drove away. Yeah. And so then that, in my mind, then made me go like, I can't be on time. Because also at the same time, my Instagram was doing well. I was doing skits.
Yeah.
And so a bunch of people were like messaging me like, oh, we want to come see you. Like I would go to like football games. People would be like,
dude, that's scary, man.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Sorry to unload all of that on y'all.
Dude, that's a great story. That's wild, man. I mean, dude, she what a total drastic character shift for her.
Yeah.
I mean, she was like, she saved your Thanksgiving. I mean, it made your little Christmas what it was.
Right.
She seems like she seems like so innocent and in my head, and then
right.
It was just this turn. What a turn!
I truly have not been able to trust people. It's like hurt me. I need to get it like out of me.
Did she start dressing differently too? Did she just start like wearing like an eye patch?
Dark
and some shit? Dude, it just seemes like she got in a symbiote suit or something. Like
I don't
took
know.
over.
I don't
That's
know
crazy,
what
dude.
happened. It was like a stark. Me and her are on fine speaking terms now.
Wow.
But it's just because I want to do that thing of where it's just like I just want to not hold anything.
Totally.
I don't want to hold anything against people. I mean, you fucked up my trust for everyone that I ever meet in the future ever.
Yeah, but whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever, dude.
We get over it.
Come on. We're trying to move on and grow as people. That is wild. Huh? How long ago was that?
That was 20. I think 15.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's wild.
Yeah.
But what was it like working at Wendy? I'm kidding.
It was great, dude. There was this huge woman that loved. I think huge women just love me because I'm real small. They want to dominate. There was this big woman that worked at Wendy's.
Yeah.
And she would always make me fish fillets. I used to eat the fish fillets and just the random croutons. I would just eat the croutons and the fish fillets, and she would just make them and slide them to me. I worked the window. They would let me talk to the people when you come up. Welcome to Wendy's. What's up? I would do that. And she would make me fish fillets and be like, you my husband, and sexually assault me in the workplace.
Okay, all right.
But it was okay. The trade-off was free food. Yeah, you can fucking grab whatever you want to grab, dude. You're good.
That's beautiful, man.
Yeah.
It's worth it.
It really was.
Yeah.
She had like 4 kids. Shit was rough for her. But, I mean, and I was a child. But, whatever. Enjoy it.
Did you start comedy in Cincinnati?
Mm-mm. I started in Chicago.
You started in Chicago. Okay, so you started. Did you move to Chicago for comedy, or did you go to school there and then you kind of got into it there that way?
I told my family that I was moving for school, but I also told my family that I don't want to go to school at all, and y'all want me to, so this is kind of all on you. I don't know how this worked out, but it did. Like, the banks, I don't even think I've gotten called for my loans. Because I told my parents, I'm like, I'm not going to go if you expect me to do anything financially. I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
If you want me to go, this will be your thing that you're putting me through.
Okay.
And so then they were just like, okay. And then I dropped out. I'm so stupid. I dropped out a week before my senior year, before the start of my senior year.
Oh, okay.
I just didn't re-enroll.
Yeah.
And then my school was like messaging me, and I was just like, I'm not going to answer that. And then I jumped into comedy.
What were you studying then?
Ooh. Psychology and interpersonal communication.
Okay.
That's my shit. I love that shit.
Yeah.
And I started studying it when that woman destroyed my life, and I didn't see any of it coming. That's when I started studying.
You needed it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Real bad.
Trying to delve into it.
I needed
you know,
answers.
the
I was like, how
books,
can a
yeah.
person do that? How
That is
can you
wild,
detect
man.
this
I'm so
happening?
fascinated by this person, man.
Mm-hmm.
So you studied psych, and then were you doing comedy during school, or was it like an after thing?
So during school, I was doing improv because I'm gay. And it's so weird because whenever I tell people this, I know how it sounds, but like we had a really good improv team.
Yeah.
Like we would like do festivals and shit. Like people like invite us places. It was really cool.
And you're in the place to do it, Chicago.
Yeah, yes. And I think that was the thing. It was like a pipeline. I was doing sketches before I ever went to school. Then I got into improv. And then through improv, my first time ever doing stand-up in my life was at a sold-out show at Second City.
Good for you.
It was so...
Wait, the first time you did stand-up was at that show?
Ever.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, I've like hosted things, I've emceed, but my first time doing stand-up was at Second City. And it went okay.
Yeah.
It was obviously shitty.
Sure.
But it went okay, and then I got the bug immediately because I'm like, oh, is this what it's like? And then I had to go through years of not doing shows at
Sure.
popular venues, and then I go, oh, this is not what it's like at all. You have to love it, and it's gonna suck for a long time, and then it gets good.
Yeah, I started with improv as well. I did, and I was in college, well, high school, but then in college and stuff. And then the first time I was in Chicago was for the improv festival. There was a
Oh shit!
There was a DC improv troupe that we just followed. We were just
Yeah.
like huge fans. So we would drive. I'm from Maryland. We would drive to DC a lot just to watch them and
Hell
stuff.
yeah.
And then they're like, yeah, we're going to. Was it the Del Close Marathon or just the Chicago Improv Festival or
The
whatever?
Chicago Improv, yeah.
So like we drove out because like they're going there. I'm like, oh yeah. So we drove from Maryland. It was like me and my two buddies who were doing improv.
Fuck
We did like
yeah.
a 3-man improv troupe. So we would watch them and stuff. It was like incredibly nerdy, but you know, just like following them like the Grateful Dead or something.
Would you go up too, or would you just watch?
Oh, we were going up too. So we were just
Fuck
like we idolized these guys, but we were taking classes in DC and
Hell yeah.
stuff. And then I moved to New York and I was doing improv, and then I eventually got into stand up.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, was it a pipeline thing too? One of the improvisers got you into stand-up?
I watched I watched like Funny People, that
Oh.
Judd Apatow
Yeah.
movie, and then I was like, I'll fucking do this. And then I don't know, it was just sort of like, dude, improv classes were so expensive, man.
Yes.
$400 a pop, and you're
Yeah.
just like, this is crazy. So eventually, I was just like, well, stand up is free,
Yes,
you
it
know.
is.
So let's do that.
And it's all on you. I
Yeah,
don't have to
exactly.
rely. I don't like to. I'm very much so. I don't want to rely on anybody.
Yeah,
Like if we're carpooling to this show tonight, I'm furious about it because what if I want to leave early, or what if you want to leave early?
dude, I totally relate to that.
Don't like relying on anyone. When I'm up
Yeah.
there on that stage, if I do good, it's because I did good.
Yeah.
I write my jokes. I don't fucking steal shit from anybody. It's all me.
Yeah.
My personality. And if I do bad, it's the same thing. 'Cause everyone likes doing it the other way. If they go, I crush, I fucking crush. But if they bomb, they go, that room sucked. And it's like, no, nigga, tonight you sucked. It was you.
Yeah.
You sucked.
Yeah,
Sorry
yeah.
for saying the N-word to his mom.
That's actually the only thing she's okay with.
Yeah, but I like the thing of just like, it's self-reliability. It's up to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally. Yeah, no, and the car thing actually, I'm just like, yeah, carpooling is fine. I guess it's like we're all kind of, but it's nice to be like, I need to be alone with my thoughts for
Yes.
you know what I mean?
Yes. And
Yeah.
be able to be a free bird. And be like,
Totally.
I'm done here now.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna say goodbye to people.
Yes. I can't do that. I wish I could Irish goodbye.
Yeah, you
I
can't do
have to. Yeah, I'm gonna hug y'all before I leave. Like I'm
Okay.
not even. I just know myself. I'm
Yeah, yeah.
going to.
Uh-huh.
And the issue is always that I want to leave later. That's usually what upsets me. I'm
Oh.
having fun, and then whoever I bring is like, "Can we go?" And then I'm like, "I don't want to."
Oh, that's
go
why
yet.
you want to. That's why you want to drive a. Interesting.
But I like driving alone to places. That way I can, before I have to, be on and be whatever. I can just exist.
Yeah,
But then later, I get to hang out and leave whenever I get tired of the function.
got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, that makes sense. So yeah, what were your first few years of stand up in Chicago like?
Honestly, pretty good.
Yeah.
It was. So, it's all tricky when I think about how long I've been doing it. First time I ever did it was 2018 at that show.
Okay.
And then I did maybe 3 mics for the rest of that year. And the show was in January.
Uh-huh.
And then a literal year later, 2019, I did another show. I produced it, had a bunch of just like friends that I knew through like this improv comedy, whatever, Chicago World thing. had them on it. I closed it. I did 50. So ridiculous to just think about. I closed it. I did 15 minutes.
Okay.
It went well.
Yeah.
That one I look back fondly on it, I'm like, I can actually watch this.
Yeah.
And then from there, I hit it heavy. So from 2019 in that show, I hit it heavy. And then all throughout COVID, I was doing it on Zoom because I'm very physical. I move a lot. You saw me. And I was like, that's just how I am. Let's see how it translates on Zoom. So I would stand up and have like hold a microphone and stuff. And it was weird, but it helped me get a lot of muscles. And then I wasn't in the Chicago scene yet. But through COVID, there was like a network of Chicago comics, usually the clean ones, that were working on all of these Zoom shows. So I met a bunch of them through that. Then by the time that the scene came back, and then I came to Ohio and did a bunch of shows in parks, which was fun. And then went back to Chicago, did some more Zoom shows because Chicago was very shut down. And then I knew some people, and they were like, oh, we did that show, come do this mic. And I was like, oh, I have a cheat code. I have like 20 minutes of material already that I've ran and tested. I'll just do that at these 3-minute mics.
Right.
That gives me 7 new sets that they'll think is new.
Yeah.
And so then from there, and I'm nice. I've always been in like people's faces, and I'm like, well, not nice. I think that nice is synthetic. I've always think that I've been kind.
Interesting.
Kind matters. Nice, anyone can be
I
nice.
agree, yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
I always think that I've been like a kind person, and I don't really like to bullshit. I don't want to. It's a waste of time. Like I'm kind. You don't have to like me. Just be kind back, and we'll get along fine. We'll pass each other, and we'll wave. And so I think that people can feel that in comedy. I really do think, because it's just even my comedy isn't me going fuck everybody. It's just going like, no, people have hurt my feelings my entire life. Could someone please just love me? That's all my comedy is.
Yeah.
And so from there, I think that helped a lot. We're just like, oh, this guy's just he's talking about himself, because a lot of young comics sound like somebody else. They're taking somebody else's, and even though they don't consciously think it,
Right.
you're doing it.
Yeah.
But I'm just going like, my mom, my family, my this. And it's all real, so you can fact check it if you want. Ask me. I'll show you the text messages. And so I think that kind of helped in that scene too.
So the story about you being threatened to be, they were going to sue you?
Yes.
Totally true? This is
Without a doubt. I
Bro.
did not write back defecation of character. I didn't do that. I wrote back a very professional email. But that is very true. That woman was the love of my life.
All right, so just can we talk about it just a little bit?
Yes.
So yeah, Kieron has this great joke about how, and a true story apparently, but how he was threatened by the father of an ex-girlfriend because he had some jokes about her, and he claimed that he was defamating her name.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. This one I've talked about a lot. I think every podcast. If she's watching it, she's like, this boy is so obsessed with me. I always talk about her. I loved her. She was amazing. She was like the love of my life. We were together for like 4.5 years, and everything was perfect. And then we were young. We hurt each other. She hurt me last. I hurt her first. We worked through it. She hurt me last. And it really, really hurt. And so then I went on the podcast. I was just talking about her eating my ass, which did happen. But I will admit now that it was, the way that I told it was pretty disrespectful. I will admit that it was very disrespectful. But I was just like, but we loved each other, and you hurt my feelings. Like, you know this about me. Like, anytime that you've ever seen me get upset with somebody, I say just vile things, and then we just laugh, and you go, you don't mean that.
Right.
But you got mad because you did eat my ass. So you think that what I'm saying, I mean? And that wasn't the case. The only true part was that you ate my ass. Everything else was just to get a laugh on the fucking podcast.
Right.
Dad saw it, sent me a fucking cease and desist, and I'm like... And I'm like, brother, I'm like, you don't even know it's like, this isn't slander. You can't, I didn't say her name. I didn't say a location. I didn't, you're wrong here, brother. And he goes, well, I'm just saying that if we hear anything again, there will be legal. And her family was rich.
Oh,
she was
sure.
from a different country. I wrote back in my email that I wouldn't say what country she's from. But it's a kind of meat, if that makes sense. Kind of lunch meat. Don't say it though, because we're not allowed. Yeah, so they would have sued me for all. They would have fucked me up. Those overseas lawyers.
Oh,
yeah.
sure.
But yeah, that's fully a real story.
Imagine sending that, be like, Dad.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And apparently they saw, because her family, we were perfect. Her family loved me.
Yeah.
They would like call me and thank me for like my patience, because I don't have patience.
Right.
I'm not a very patient person. But I tried to be with women that I'm with. And her family would like thank me. And then all I did was go on that fucking podcast and just say that fucking fuck, shit, and then fuck. It was ruined, just a true bag fumbling.
Right.
right in front of my very eyes. It was
Wait,
bad.
The
Dude.
podcast is what did it? No, you guys are already split up by then.
A lot of things were happening.
Hmm.
Her nail in the coffin, though, like everything was different after that podcast. We were having a really rough go at it because
Yeah.
I was really upset,
Mhm.
and I was not handling my anger with her. I wasn't like beating her ass, but I was like, I couldn't go maybe 4 hours without just bringing something up and just full screaming about it, just bringing up like the shit. Like she'd be like walking on eggshells, and I'd be fuming. I'm like, try to just enjoy your company, try to work through this, and I would just go, and how the fuck could you? And then just go for hours about the thing, and that's like a horrible way to handle anything. That's like emotional immaturity. And I know it took me 2 years, I'm not joking, to get to this part.
Huh.
I really was like, but at the end of the day, when all my friends were talking to me, I'm like, but you know what I've gone through in relationships, so you know why that hurts. And they go, Kieron, your feelings are valid, but your actions are not. You're allowed to be hurt.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that you're allowed to be a dickhead to
Right.
someone who is trying to make it work with you right now.
Yeah.
So even though she did the big bad, and that's why y'all broke up, don't lie to yourself. You are the reason that y'all broke up. You couldn't handle yourself. She was trying to work with you, and you were just giving her hell.
Yeah.
And like, yes, you were hurt, but buddy. And so it took me a long time. I started drinking again. I was sober for like 5 years. I was a really like alcoholic before I could even legally drink, because my family was mean to me. So I tried to do all kinds of drugs. I did lean, smoked weed, been addicted.
Did lean? What was that
Yeah.
like?
I didn't like lean because I'm very, if you couldn't tell, I don't shut the fuck up ever. And my mind is always like
Yeah.
this. And lean slows it all down,
Yeah.
which I like when my mind, maybe my family was right. Maybe I do like being sedated. I like I like when my mind slows down, but I don't like when my words are slowed down.
So are you warbly when you're on lean?
Yeah, everything is slow. Like it's truly like lean is the one where it's the most like the movies show it, where you're talking to someone and they're just like, yeah, we can maybe do, and it's like I don't want anyone to ever have to listen to me
Right.
like that, especially because I'm quick. I want to talk. I want to talk
course,
shit. I
yeah.
want to do the thing. I couldn't do that with lean. And so it was actually really easy to quit. Everyone that says they're addicted to lean, you're a fucking pussy. It was easy to quit.
Fuck you, Harry.
Yeah, Harry, you piece of shit. Put down the kratom, bitch.
Try some lean, bitch.
I feel so bad. I really hope Harry's doing well. I don't know why that one came to mind. I hope he's doing well.
He's gonna send you a cease and desist, dude. He just
And
opened
he
up a
has
new
a point, because I said his name.
Oh, that's true. That is true. Sorry about that, Harry.
Fuck.
Look. What are you gonna do, man? You know?
I like him now. I went home a little while ago. I saw him at a club. He looked to be doing well, skinny from the kratom.
Oh
And-
fuck. Damn, dude. Harry catching strays today.
Harry, I really do. We had a lot of good memories in high school. I really do love Harry. I really do love you, Harry. I don't know why it's not funny. It was pretty funny though. You were like, we were playing a pickup game of basketball, and he was crying because he was like, I'm having really bad withdrawals. I'm like, what'd you do? He's like, just smoke weed. And I'm like, okay. And so then we found out like a week later that someone's laced his weed
Oh no.
with kratom,
Oh.
which is not funny. See, I'm
Yeah,
not even. That's
yeah.
not funny. But trying to get over it by sweating it out and then being at a basketball game and crying and being like, it's because of kratom is funny. That is funny. What happened is fucked.
Yeah.
But to be crying playing a pickup game of basketball, pretty funny.
Fucking dude. That is funny, man. Carrie, just relax, man. Come on, dude.
Like, put down the kratom.
Put down the kratom.
It's not his fault that he didn't smoke kratom, I think, willingly, but it got to him a little while.
Do you smoke lean, or you drink lean, or you inject it?
Drink lean.
Okay.
Lean is codeine and promethazine.
Okay.
And then you mix it with you mix it with like a pop, a soda.
Yeah.
Um,
We have all those ingredients. I'm kidding.
Let's fucking party, dude. I'll go on another bender. Who gives a fuck?
There's a how-to video.
It's really easy.
Is it?
But I always liked promethazine. I never liked codeine. And it's before they nerfed it, because it's nerfed now. It is. They nerfed codeine and promethazine. They did. Because I went home the other day, or not the other day, but I was home like a little while ago, back when I was like a bit more sad.
Yeah.
And my mom got some new cough syrup for these foster kids that we have. And I was like, I might go back to my old way. And then I like poured it out a little bit and tried to because I used to just drink it straight out of the bottle. I had a problem.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh my, it's liquidy, it's runny.
Yeah.
And then I was like, well, let's see, what if I drink a bit more? And then I drank a bit more, my stomach just hurt, which would never hurt off of promethazine. You'd get fucked.
Right.
But now my stomach just hurt, and I was like, oh, this isn't what it used to be. They don't make it like they used to.
Damn, dude, that's crazy. I'm so sorry.
Oh, then they nerfed it?
Yeah, then they
Yeah.
nerfed it, man.
No.
And it sounds like you're coming home again, you know. It's like you're bringing back all these memories, all these foster kids are running around, you know. It's like, all right, you can't play basketball, your friend just crying like a little fucking kratom ass.
I'm trying to get fucked on drugs and foster kids running. Yeah. They were asleep. They would have, I'd been fine by the morning.
So I'm growing this skullet, right? And
Yes.
I did it as a goof in the beginning, you know. It was like a funny thing. But now as I'm growing it longer, it's like I see it as an act of rebellion, you know. So I'm curious, is there anything in your life that you did kind of that maybe like your friends, your family, maybe society as a whole said you maybe shouldn't do, but you're like, I gotta do it.
Ooh, mainly everything.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say I've always been a contrarian.
Yeah.
But I would say that I've kind of always just been like, if you tell me not to, then I must. So I would say that I've kind of done everything like that. Like literally I had a mohawk.
Oh wow.
Just because I fucking felt like it, and they were like, and my dad was like, "You can't get that," and I'm like, "You don't even live with mom no more, nigga. Shut up."
I'll tell you about my hair, okay? I'll tell you what I'm capable
You
of.
can't tell me what to do with my hair. And then my grandma was like, "Don't date white women." Boom, Layla, like fuck with me. I do what I want to do. What else? Kieron, don't wear skinny jeans. Haven't taken them off since 2014. These are the only pair. I'm not even joking. These are the only pair of pants that I own. I have like other types of pants.
Yeah.
These are the only jeans that I ever wear. Look at my Instagram. It'll only be me in these pants.
Okay.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of things. I'm being silly, but I really do think that everything that I do everything that I do isn't for the sake of going against the grain, because that's contrarian.
Right.
But everything that I do is because I want to do it,
Mm-hmm.
and then if someone goes, you shouldn't or you can't, then that makes me go like, I'm going to now. If that makes sense.
I feel like there's a recurring theme we've had. We've asked this a few times. It's like a new quote unquote segment on the pod, and that kind of comes up a little bit with comics. They're just like, I don't like to be told what to do. I'm going to do whatever.
That's comedy.
Yeah.
The comedy is you can't tell me what to say.
Yeah.
Like we shouldn't be saying any of this shit into a microphone. I've just spilled my whole life. Everyone got fucking strays on this
That's
one.
true.
Everyone.
That's true.
We covered the whole nine.
We did.
I shouldn't have done.
I know.
Shouldn't have done that.
You heard that, Tim's mom?
Maybe she's right. Maybe we should
Maybe
not
she
be
is
vulgar.
actually right. Yeah.
I have stepped away from every pod because I try to like be serious. I'm like, not like serious like blah blah blah. But I try to be like, this is me. This is really me.
Right.
And every time I step away, going like, I was too much of me. I was too much. Of me.
Oh, come on.
I should not tell these stories over and over. If you look me up on all you hear are these stories. But I love telling them.
Yeah,
Because they made me.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
And it's important, I think, to tell what made you.
I agree. I agree with that.
What
for sure.
made you do the sculling?
Well, I mean, you know, I think you talk about breakups quite a bit, like in your acting stuff, or just like I've listened to your podcast episodes and stuff. And it was a breakup. I was going through a breakup, and I went and saw this movie. And Ed Harris he had a skullet, right? It was one of those movies theaters that you could like, you can drink in, so you buy the alcohol and stuff. And what I do a lot of times is like, sometimes I'll be like, I gotta get away, right? And what I do is I go to the movies. I go to the movies alone, you know. And I come away from it, and my perspective has totally changed. And it's like this is exactly what I needed. You know what I mean? So I saw this movie called Love Lies Bleeding. And it's like a lesbian thriller, there's like a lesbian love story. And there's like one of the women is on steroids and she gets huge and stuff. And Kristen Stewart's father is this gun owner, and he's sort of the villain in the movie, right?
Okay.
But he had a skullet.
And you were like, it's fine.
It's not fire. It's just ridiculous, but it's also just like distinctive. It's right up there.
Yeah. Oh, this is it?
I'm also just like, you know, I'm a bald white guy with a beard, and on a lineup, it's like, well, who's your favorite comic you saw tonight? Oh, there's this guy. Who is it? Nobody remembers anybody's names, but they remember a guy with a skullet.
I fully agree with that.
Yeah.
There's a very funny comic in Cincinnati, Ohio, who I love dearly, Rand Barnacle.
Oh,
he
does have a bit
skullet.
of a skullet, yeah.
I am fully in favor for it. Do whatever the fuck you want to do.
Totally, yeah.
And also, Rand gets pussy. I mean, if he has a girlfriend right now, no, he doesn't. Never has. He loves you. But he gets pussy.
Mm-hmm.
Are you married? Are you with a lady?
I'm with a lady right now, yeah.
Brother, she's going to be all over that skullet.
She's been with it from the beginning, so she's seen the growth. Yeah.
Okay.
She puts little serums in it to allow the growth.
Really?
My whole thing is that I'll maybe shave it after 100 episodes. So we're about eight in right now.
Let it grow and let it
grow.
Will you trim it or will you just let it be whatever it is? Because you will get tired of it.
I don't know. I really don't know. If you have any hair tips, you know, Please allow me to know.
Maintenance is my hair, because it's really thick and spongy. My hair, unless I blow dry it, it takes a full 24 hours to dry.
Wow.
And that's like my least favorite part.
Uh-huh.
And then also washing it, we have different hair though.
Of course.
But like washing it and washing it well is really hard.
Uh-huh.
But so long as you find your routine within it to make it quick and efficient and like thorough, you're fine. You'll be fine. It'll just be annoying in the morning because I imagine you'll brush it and comb it and shit. But then once people go like, brother, that shit's sick. It's all worth it. You know? That I don't know for me, maybe it's just because I need validation deeply. But whenever I get like a good compliment, even if I don't like, I hated this shirt. Not even a joke. Remember the blue one that I wore last night?
Yeah.
Loved that shirt right from when I bought it.
Yeah.
I bought this one, hated this fucking stupid fucking shirt.
Yeah.
I went out, I did a show at Laugh Factory. And after the show, like 4 just beautiful women just were like, hey, you're really funny. And I go, thank you. And they go, and I like your shirt. And I go, me too. I love this fucking shirt now.
Yeah.
That's really how I operate.
They added value to it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Compliments add value to anything. So once you get those fucking, brother, that skullet is kick ass. You'll love it.
I'm getting 2 things. Some people are just like, what are you doing? I'm getting some what are you doings? What does your girlfriend think about it? What does your mother think about it? But I'm also getting, my friend, probably facetiously, said, your hair is beautiful. And then said, can I touch it? And I'm getting people asking me to touch it. Because here's the thing. In high school, I used to have very nice hair.
Hell
you know? I blow dried it probably too much, but it was a shag. I you do this.
Oh
and get out of my hair, you know?
yeah.
But it was soft, and it was actually the first thing that actually got me laid. It was the hair, you know what I mean? And then like Samson, it went away, and I had to learn and evolve. You know.
What age did it go away?
It was right around my parents' divorce when I was 25 years old. The last family vacation was in the Jersey Shore of all places. And they were like acting real weird around each other. And then I went to my ex-girlfriend's place. I left the vacation early.
Yeah.
I went to her place in York, Pennsylvania, and I was just staying with her. We were, ex-girlfriend was like, it's all very weird and sinful, And then I noticed like, what's going on with my hair? Like something with the beach kind of like did something to my hair. I'm like, okay, it'll go away. But no, it just kind of never really got any better. And then started thinning more and more as my parents' marriage dissolved. And
is this a bit?
No.
Because going like my life was just falling apart all at the same time is like really funny. Like my parents are hating each other. My girlfriend's like, "What's wrong with your hair?"
No, man.
It's really funny.
It was a perfect analogy for what was going on with my parents' marriage was actually happening in my head. And get this. So the first time I was like, I was in denial or whatever. My sister's like, I think you're going bald. And I'm like, fuck you, no, I'm not, But the first time that I actually shaved it coincided with my mom's birthday party, right? And now she's no longer with my dad, right?
Yeah.
And she's a new boyfriend, right?
Uh-huh.
So it's a huge party. My entire family's there, right?
Right.
Like the entire extended family, And I'm
you
wearing
like them? You're close with them?
yeah, we're all right.
Okay.
So I'm wearing a hat, and my mom, it's a big reveal, right? It's a big reveal because she's coming in, surprise, right?
Uh-huh.
Then I take off my hat, and I'm also bald. So it's a double surprise. And then the third surprise, her new guy, completely bald.
So did y'all bond over that?
It was
newly
no,
bald.
it was awkward. It was just sort of, it was too awkward. I'm just like, my mom's never dated anybody, and like, she's never dated my dad has full head of hair, right?
Yeah.
So just like, it's like, these two bald people are being introduced to this family. They didn't meet him before.
Oh, because this bald version of you is a new man.
Exactly.
And this new man is bald.
Exactly.
So y'all are just fucking up the whole dynamic.
Absolutely. It was almost like, here's my new dad.
Yeah. It's like you were like, fuck you, dad. You were the way of hair.
I know, exactly.
I'm removing you from me.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm his son now.
Uh-huh.
Fuck.
Yeah.
You truly have to bid this.
All right.
Being like, but build it how you built it. Go like, that's my parents are falling apart. My hair is just getting thinner and thinner. It's really funny. My girlfriend's like, what's wrong with your hair? That was really fucking funny.
Thanks, man.
I love shit like that. That personal fucking, because that's real. It's what happened to you.
Totally,
That's what I think that's what people love hearing the most.
Yeah.
That is hilarious. I mean, unfortunate. Okay, all right, cool. All right.
It's fine, Look, I just every night I hope to, if I find my twin, I can parent trap my parents to get them back together again.
Then everything will come back. It'll be good.
No.
I wanted to say, I looked at your Instagram. You had a good shaped head though, and I'm not bullshitting on this. I would never give a fake compliment.
For sure.
You have a good shaped head. Like you pulled off being bald.
Yeah. Thank
Really?
you. I did, and I'm purposely sabotaging myself right now by making myself look worse. But the thing, also, my poor girl that I'm dating, you find a diamond in the rough. Her type is bald guys.
Really?
Yeah, that's her type. She likes bald men, right? And I'm like, Oh yeah? Well, you like me now.
But I think because you saying that she was like getting like the hair growth oil and the XYZ,
Yeah.
I think that because it's a project between y'all two,
Exactly.
she loves it.
Yeah.
There's nothing women love more than a fucking project.
Uh-huh.
That's a good thing. This will make y'all stronger.
I also think there's a certain amount of just being like, I don't care. You know, it's
Yeah.
kind of like he's doing his own thing. It's like, why would he do this? You know, I don't like this, but he's like, well, all right. It's just sort of like, I can't cage this guy. I can't keep him down.
We're getting red pill now, brother.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Women
That's
love
right.
him to take charge of whatever the fuck he wants to do. They do though. I agree. That's a good fucking. That's great. That's great. What? I'm not allowed to say it. What? We all gotta act like Andrew Tate isn't our guy. What are we?
We can't speak our truth. I mean, I thought we're artists right now, okay? Aaron's trying to fucking cage us down.
Like some people don't like the truth. Well, I'm serving it nice and hot.
We do a segment on the show called the Media Minute. Is there anything you're reading or you've watched, TV, movie? I don't know, anything, any sort of like media you've intaken. You know what I mean. You've experienced
what you
recently that it doesn't have to be. You enjoyed it, just sort of like made an impact on you recently.
I don't watch a lot of movies. I'm not a big movie guy. All the books that I've read aren't funny. They're all very black, talking about struggle. Shows,
Music, anything that's just been like that. You're just like, oh, this has made a bit of an. And also, if there's been nothing, it's also fine.
impact. Something that's made an impact on me. This is a good question, and I like it, and I want to give a genuine answer. Well, does it have to be recently?
No.
Okay, then my favorite show of all time is BoJack Horseman.
Okay.
If you haven't watched it, I recommend that everybody watch it, but actually watch it.
Yeah.
Because I only like to consume things that not everyone can consume, because you actually have to think and pay attention and watch and be confused for a little while and understand that. And BoJack Horseman isn't really confusing, but it's really gut-wrenching. Sure. And it's on the. Have you watched it?
I have. Yeah.
Yes. Have you? I love it. It's like my favorite. I've made one of my best friends. Shout out Snor Doombia, one of my best friends. He's a cinematographer. He's worked with like Netflix, Hulu, Chicago School District. So I should have said that one first for the last two. he refused. Everyone in my life refused to watch it. I was like, watch this show, and they was like, I'll get to it, and they never would. And I'm like, it really like kind of relates to my life, not like in a cool way where it's like I'm BoJack, because that's dumb as fuck to do. But I'm like, there are like parallels, and this show showed me what I need to work on, or what else, or what I could turn into. And so then like my friends were watching it, and it took them a year and a half, like all of them, to sit down and watch. And Muhammad, the cinematographer, he was like, this is the best piece of cinema I've ever seen in my entire life. So when I got his stamp, I'm like, it's the greatest show ever.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
It's a very heavy show.
Mm-hmm.
I can't say that I've watched more than, I haven't got past the first season.
You have to.
Yeah, because that's the thing. I'm just like, this is hard.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
But watch it. This is horrible advice, but it's what I made all of them do.
Yeah.
Muhammad only watched it after his breakup. And it made everything worse, but that's what made the show so good.
Yeah.
You're in the mood to just feel all of these yucky things.
Yeah.
But so like if I'm watching it, my friends know to like literally do like the red alert button and like sit down with me and be like, are you drinking too much? Are you XYZ? Are you yada yada yada?
Yeah.
Because it's not good. Because I watched the show like 7 times. I've been watching it since it came out. Like it is like my favorite thing. And I don't really like use it to like escape. I just kind of use it to just be like, what I think, and this is kind of a weird answer, is like I use it to be like, I can still persevere. I don't know why the show kind of gives me that thing, but it's like I can still persevere.
Yeah. Through
pain, I can still persevere. But I really recommend that it's my favorite thing that I've ever seen in my entire life ever.
Okay.
It gets so much better and serious.
Yeah.
More serious.
It is one of my favorite things that comes on TikTok a lot.
Yeah.
I'll get, oh, this is just like something from BoJack or something, and I'm just like, oh fuck, man, okay. And it's like, but every time it's like, it's usually on like, a lot of times it seems like I'm on breakup TikTok, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.